The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is the growing list of fighters that want a piece of Iron Mike Tyson. On that list is Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte said he will kick Mike Tyson's ass just to be able to say he beat Mike Tyson. He doesn't care if Mike Tyson is 200 years old. And then appeared Luis Ortiz, who said that he wants to fight, that he's available to fight in August or September. And Ortiz says that he wants a piece of Iron Mike Tyson. And just for the sticklers out there who want to know where it's coming from, this is World Boxing News, in which Dillian Whyte says right here, he beat Mike. He doesn't care if he's 200 years old. And here's Boxing News 24, where it says Luis Ortiz says he's available to fight in August or September. And he said that he hears Mike is saying he wants to come back and that he's available to fight Mike. So I'll turn it over to Trill. What are your thoughts on Dillian Whyte's comments, Luis Ortiz's comments? And out of those two, who would you like to see Mike fight?
Okay. Dillian, I'm going to start this off with saying, poor Dillian. Listen, Dillian, he's just frustrated. And he heard what Mauricio said about ranking Tyson.
I was thinking the same thing.
He's like, listen, if this is a way I can get a hold of that green belt, I'll go after the old guy, Mike Tyson.
Yo, Trill, man, you turning every segment into the love box now.
This is the love of the green belt. You know what I'm saying?
For the love of the green belt.
For the love of the green belt.
For the love of the green belt.
Coming out with Dillian Whyte. For the love of the green belt. That's the next reality TV show. You know what I'm saying? For the love of the green belt, he'll go in there and fight Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? An old Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Now, with the Luis Ortiz thing, listen, Luis Ortiz, he's like, look, we about the same age. Let's get it on, you know what I'm saying? I might got a year on Mike got a year on me, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's an even fight, you know? Why not do it? So I don't see nothing wrong with anything that Luis Ortiz is saying because they're the same age. That's an even fight. But with Dillian, I think the whole thing with Dillian is he just wants the green belt. Poor Dillian. He'll fight anybody. He'll fight somebody's grandmother right now if he get a shot at that green belt. Poor Dillian.
Poor Dillian.
I don't want to see Mike Tyson fight either one of these guys. I stand on what I say. I want to see Mike Tyson maybe fight one of the old guys. Him and Evander Holyfield talking about getting it on. And maybe that in doing something for charity. That's what I want to see. I don't want to see this champ take any more punches, any more punishment, you know what I'm saying? But that's with all jokes aside. But yeah, I see where that's where I think Dillian's coming from. Oh, you want to rank him? You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's my chance. Maybe that's.
Yo, you are hilarious, dude. You turn this all the time.
Poor Dillian. You know,
I agree 1,000 with Trill. Like,
all right, go ahead, G. Turn it over to you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just gonna say, like, to piggyback off of what Trill saying, this is the first time I actually could rock with what Dillian Whyte is saying wholeheartedly. Now, I'm not for young bloods out here trying to beat up on these OGs like Mike Tyson. However, if the boxing cartel is trying to, supersede Tyson to get the mandatory slot for the WBC, if I'm Dillian, I'm like, hey, if I got to beat up on this old head, it is what it is. You know what I mean? If he dies, he dies. So, like, this is the situation that y'all putting Dillian Whyte in. And so, again, like what Trill's saying, poor Dillian. Like, I get it. And in regards to, like, Ortiz, I don't think he should do that, man. Like, Ortiz should have more respect for himself. Like, bro, like, we know you old, but you ain't that old. Like, stop it. And not to mention you active. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Tyson has been inactive for years. Like, don't do that to that old man, yo. I don't think it's right. So I honestly believe what Trill was saying. If Tyson's coming back, he should be fighting other old heads. It shouldn't be these live dogs. It doesn't make sense. It's dangerous. I don't want to see Mike Tyson get hurt. You know,
what
like
live dog are you talking about? When Wilder got Ortiz, he was coming off a layoff. He's been on a layoff.
Nah. This is no. We still talking about Ortiz, who just fought Deontay Wilder.
Only people still talking about Ortiz are Wilder fans who try to make it look like Ortiz was the boogeyman from the start.
Hold on, I'm not talking about he a boogeyman. I'm just saying he's active. Like Tyson hasn't been
actively old.
That too. But it's too dangerous of a fight for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson need to fight these other dudes that's been retired that's coming back to make a little charity event, a little payday or whatever. Again, like I said before, they need to have like a classics or a legacy division just for them old folks, like around 50 years old. Yeah, y'all could bang it out. Any dude that's currently fighting right now that's ranked, especially if they in the top 10, even in the top 20, don't even play yourself.
But Mike Tyson might be ranking the top 10, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's a fact. Though. It's a fact.
WBC.
Right?
He might be ranked in the top 10.
World Boxing Cartel.
So G, I'm just curious. You say you okay with Dillian saying he fight Mike Tyson?
Yeah, no, because of the situation that Dillian.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure.
Saying. Like, it's the first time I'm like, I could pardon Dillian because I understand the WBC slimy. If they gonna make this guy mandatory, Mike Tyson mandatory, knowing that Dillian Whyte's been waiting for forever, hey man, yo Dillian, you got permission for me to disrespect the elderly, bro. You know what I mean? Do what you got to do, man. With all due respect, I don't mean no disrespect, Mike, man. You my man. I got your poster right there, right behind me, man. So yeah.
Everybody love Mike, man. Everybody love Mike.
Except for Dillian.
You don't love Mike, something wrong with you.
Dillian don't love him. You know what I mean?
Even Evander love Mike.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's saying something. Ned, man, what's up?
Man, Trail, it ain't poor Dillian this time. Dillian, I never thought you would stoop so low, man. You gonna take a page out of Wilder's book? For real? For real? An inactive boxer wants to come out of retirement and you want to choose him as you want to be his comeback fight? You want to beat him senseless? You want to cherry pick him just to get your name in the book? You just to get your name out there? That's shameful. Come on, Dillian. I thought you was better than that. Last week you said something to get headliners. This week you're just stooping lower and lower. Come on, man. You're better than that. You're better than that. I know they've been hurting you and playing you for a while now. They ran your name through the mud, and you shouldn't allow it, Dillian. But you're better than that. And
Hoodie Ned has spoken.
Somebody brings the Mike Tyson to you, just say, I apologize. Be the bigger person. You're gonna get your shot one day, and you're gonna make it count. All right?
That pretty much said the universe will bless you. You know,
yo, that when's that one day, yo?
For doing the right thing, Dillian. If
you
WBC.
Hey, yeah, Dillian Whyte gonna get that shot when he's Tyson's age. So, go ahead, Ned.
After that, come on now, and yo, really, G, like if I think that would be a good fight for Tyson to take Ortiz. You know, Ortiz, back in the day, Ortiz probably saw Tyson training when Tyson was in his 15, 16 years old. He was probably, in the words of the Spanish language, that boy's something special, you know? He knew it. He just probably was like, went back to Cuba or something and had to handle his business. But Ortiz been around a while. And, you know, if they were to fight, it would be I think it would be a nice comeback fight for Tyson. It'll be a dope fight just to watch in general for boxing. Just, two elderly men. And I'm scared. I don't even want to call Mike Tyson elderly, because I don't want those problems. But, two grown, mature men, two, how can I say it? Two leaders of the two generals of the sport. They've been here a while.
Two grandpas of the sport. But this is another thing I forgot.
You sound like that dude on New Jack City.
Remember,
I am
Ortiz, Luis Ortiz, and I like Luis Ortiz, but this dude is a drug cheat. He's got busted before. You sure you want him in the ring with Tyson, bro? Like, come on, son.
But you heard what Ned was saying.
Hated.
You know what I'm saying?
I think that guy's name was Radio Raheem.
Nah, he was
Ned
Radio
was
Raheem in Do the Right Thing.
Do the right thing.
But in New Jack City, he was a different character.
He was Stutter Man.
Yeah.
He was the Stutter Man.
Yeah, he was a stutter man.
Yeah, he was a Stutter Man. But yeah, like what Ned was saying, when Mike Tyson was 19, Luis Ortiz was 25, and they used to spar together. So,
yeah. Oh man, you guys.
they can see that happen.
Now, see, I just gotta say this. I'm gonna show a video. I figured it all out. While Luis Ortiz is calling out Mike Tyson. And yes, this is a personal, people. I'm gonna take you here.
Yeah, he seems like he's doing well also.
Do you like Riddick Bowe?
I love Riddick Bowe.
Your friends?
Yeah.
Did you grow up together?
We went to school together.
In Brooklyn? Yeah. What a story. Two heavyweight champs in the same school.
Yeah, no, but it was like that before, like in the 20s. Guys grew up together, like in the same neighborhood, like Benny Leonard and Sam.
So in that video, Tyson goes on to say he would never fight Riddick Bowe because they went to the same high school and they were friends. And Riddick Bowe was always a gentleman to him, even when he wasn't, always a gentleman to Riddick Bowe. Now, Luis Ortiz is mad because he went to the same high school as Mike Tyson and Riddick Bowe.
He was a Cuban international student.
Yes, he was a Cuban exchange student in the same high school with Mike Tyson and Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe and Mike Tyson went on to become heavyweight champion of the world. Luis Ortiz did not. And Mike Tyson said he would never fight Riddick Bowe because he liked Riddick Bowe. And he didn't even acknowledge Luis Ortiz. So now Luis Ortiz is mad. Luis Ortiz has been waiting for a chance to get revenge on Mike. And this is the perfect time. No, in all seriousness, Dillian Whyte saying what he said, I think it's 100% true. I think the WBC said they'll rank Mike Tyson. So Dillian Whyte saying, if you rank him, I'll knock him the hell out and show him why he should have never came back. And I can't get mad at Dillian Whyte for that. Ned says,
but it's shameful. It's low. It's
who rated him? Who ranked him? Who ranked him? Is it a shame on Dillian Whyte or is it a shame on the
boxing
WBC?
cartel?
Yeah, exactly.
Respect for Mike Tyson,
For real.
Mike Tyson, Iron Mike.
So that's who it's on. Not on Dillian Whyte. He didn't tell them to rank Mike Tyson. But as far as Luis Ortiz goes, hey man, Luis Ortiz has been doing his best to fight these younger cats. He's been at a serious weight advantage. It would actually be the first time we saw Luis Ortiz in there with someone who's his age. And G's talking about Luis Ortiz is active, but I'm dead serious right now, Who's he beating? Luis Ortiz built his resume. I showed you guys. Go look at the Wilder audits. Trill called them the edits. Trill, you said you wanted to address when G corrected you about it being the audits because you called it the edits.
We called it the audits, but I was really calling it the edits because we edit all the BS. You know what I'm saying? So y'all call it the audits. I call it the edits because we edited out all the BS. But go ahead, bro.
Okay, so I showed you Luis Ortiz's resume. It was fluff. He fought a bunch of fights, a bunch of easy touches. Then he went out of the U.S. and fought a bunch of easy touches to build his name up, to build his resume up, I should say, not his name. Mm-hmm. Then he fought Malik Scott. OnlyFans Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder's hype man, Malik Scott, who fell down so many times. The most lopsided decision I've ever seen. I told you one of the scores for that fight was 105 to 120. How many? Does that even sound like effort? Does that sound like effort at all? 105 to 120. But he made it the distance, so bravo to Malik. But all I'm saying is that's his win. And then I think he's Bryant Jennings. So who is he beating? I see Mike Tyson hitting those mitts, and I say, this is the classic Mike Tyson thing. Anyone who played Mike Tyson Punch-Out knows this. Can Luis Ortiz survive that 1 minute and a half of Mike Tyson's early onslaught? Because it's still there. And that 1 minute and a half is still very dangerous. And if he catches you with something, it'll ruin you for the whole night. And I would like to see if Luis Ortiz can.
It's not who's he beating. It's who's he sparred with. He sparred with the likes of Jack Johnson, Rocky Marciano, Muhammad Ali, Sonny Liston, Joe Lewis, George Foreman, Sugar Ray
So
Leonard,
you left out some names. You left out some names. Hey, you left out some names.
Mosley.
Say Mosley's a welterweight. You left out some names. John L. Sullivan for starters. John L. Sullivan, Jeff Jeffries, Ricky Burns. Was it? Yeah, I think it's Ricky Burns.
No, definitely. Well, these guys, it all basically comes down to, clout chasing, and Dillian really wanting that green belt.
I'm chasing right now.
Hey, listen, Luis Ortiz is chasing the check. And I'm gonna be real with you. That's one of the biggest checks out there, Mike Tyson. So I can't get mad. Ortiz want to feed his family. Yeah. That's a check. So Ortiz is chasing the check. I agree with Trill. Dillian's chasing revenge. Dillian wants to, anyone the WBC likes, Dillian Whyte wants to smash. It's like, he wants to.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna see if all that experience that Luis Ortiz got from sparring with Jack Dempsey pays off. Please like and subscribe, and check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and also check out our podcast on all major streaming services. This is the Boxing Bros.
We bring the feeling like we're gonna fight you. Anything